One Piece is known for its adventure, its humor, and of course its heartbreak. Now that Kuma's backstory has finally been revealed, I can share my list of the top 5 saddest backstories in One Piece. However, my list isn't based on how tragic the stories are on paper, but on how deeply they hit me. These are the moments that made me pause the episode, wipe my eyes, and just sit in silence. Buckle up, because we're diving into the stories that broke me. Number 5. The Monster Nobody Wanted. We met Chopper more than 1,000 episodes ago, about 25 years back, and even early in the journey, Oda gave us one of the most emotional backstories. Chopper wasn't just rejected once, he was rejected by everyone. First by his own kind for having a blue nose, and later even more after he ate the human fruit. Then by humans, who saw him as a monster. Just when he finally found someone who cared, Dr. Hiraluk, he unknowingly gave him a poisonous mushroom, thinking it would save his life, but it ended up killing his only friend. Chopper felt so unwanted, he didn't even believe he could live among humans until Luffy shattered that belief. This wasn't the first time One Piece made me cry, but Chopper's pain, his innocence, and his desperate need to be accepted, it crushed me in a very different way. Number 4. The music that echoed through silence. You might be surprised to see Brook in this list, but think about it. Imagine laughing with your crew one day, and the next day you're the only one left. You're stuck in the middle of the ocean. You can't go anywhere. There's no one to talk to, no one to laugh with. And even if someone saw you, they'd probably run away, because you're a literal skeleton. You're surrounded by a fog so thick, you can't even tell whether it's day or night. You want to end it all, but you can't, because you made a promise to a whale that you'd come back. So you keep playing the last song you ever played with your friends again, and again, alone, on a ghost ship for 50 years. That scene where he sings Binks's Sake, with tears in his eyes, and says, Man, that moment breaks me every time. Number 3. The Saint of Silent Suffering. We always knew Kuma wasn't just a cold, robotic warlord, but we didn't know his story would turn out to be the saddest in the entire series. Born to be a slave because of his race, beaten as a child for simply existing, lost both of his parents for the entertainment of the celestial dragons, lost the woman he loved to illness and injustice. Eventually, to protect Bonnie, the last drop of hope in his life, he willingly gave up his entire humanity. He became a mindless weapon of his sworn enemy, the world government. But in his final moments of free will, he chose to guard the Thousand Sunny, alone, for 2 years. Now, you might ask, if it's the saddest story, why is it only number 3? Honestly, I don't know. As heartbreaking as it was, Kuma's backstory didn't make me cry quite as much as the top 2. I even cried more while listening to the song I wrote about Ginny and Kuma than I did watching the episodes themselves. Go listen to that song after this video. It's beautiful. Maybe it was because of the pacing. The weekly wait between episodes made it hard to stay emotionally immersed. Or maybe the animation and soundtrack, while good, didn't hit as hard as they could have. Number 2. The Boy Who Lost Everything. I used to think Law's backstory was the saddest in the series until Kuma's was revealed. Law's entire town was poisoned by amber lead, again because of the celestial dragons. Eventually, their town was isolated and erased from existence. Law watched his family, his friends, and everyone he knows all die. He hid his little sister in a wardrobe and told her not to come out. Later, he returned to find the building in flames. That guilt, believing he caused his sister's death, haunted him. Left alone and dying, he grew bitter and cruel until he met Corazon, his only light. When Corazon cried because he couldn't find a cure for Law, I cried too. The voice acting in that scene was incredible. By the way, check out the video I made about voice acting in One Piece. But when Corazon was killed by Doflamingo, everything changed. From that moment on, Law lived only for revenge. Number 1. I Want to Live. No backstory hit me harder than Robin's. A little girl, gifted with knowledge, born into a world that hated her just for being curious. Only at the age of 8, she lost her mother, her homeland, and everyone who had ever shown her kindness. All in a single day. Branded a demon by the world government, hunted across the seas, betrayed over and over again. Imagine being a child, running from people who want to capture you. There is no one to trust. Everyone around wants to turn you in for money. You have to live among dangerous people who might kill you in a heartbeat for 20 years. Imagine being indoctrinated that your entire existence is a sin. No one wants you. Moreover, her dream, just to learn about history, was treated as a crime. The first time she made me tear up was in Alabasta, when she said, "歴史を知りたいだけなのに。私の夢には敵が多すぎる." But then, in Eni's lobby, when she cried, "Ikiru." That moment broke me completely. It was the first time Robin challenged everything she'd been told, that she didn't deserve to live, that her life had value. Even today, I cannot re-watch that scene without crying. So there you have it, my top 5 most emotional backstories in One Piece. Let me know in the comments, which backstory broke you the most? And don't forget to check out these 2 videos I mentioned. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.